my kitchen. Today, I'm going to share with you a family recipe for squash soup. Not just squash soup, but cornucopia soup. We call it cornucopia soup because it included so many of the vegetables you can find fresh at this time of the year. I remember back in those cold afternoon days of fall, running through those piles of leaves that my father so painstakingly had collected. Coming to the door, cold, hungry, with a runny nose. Bursting the door open to smell cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. I knew my mother was making a batch of cornucopia soup. Let me show you how she did it. So here are our ingredients. Acorn squash, a butternut squash, four stalks of celery, 4 carrots, 1 onion, and 4 cloves of garlic. Sea salt, honey, and I try to use local raw honey, spices. We've got ginger, we've got nutmeg, we've got cinnamon, we've got allspice, and chipotle pepper. I've got an oil. You can use any oil. I happen to use coconut oil here, and it browns really nicely and has some great nutritional value. We'll talk about that at some later date. We also have milk. You can use any type of milk you're comfortable with. This happens to be raw goat's milk, grass-fed. What a wonderful product. And that's it. Let's put it together. All right, let's do some cooking. So what I'm going to do is take that coconut oil and I'm going to spread it on the edges of the squash and place them face down. And the reason for the coconut oil is, one, it helps to brown. Again, we talked a little bit about the nutritional benefits. Forgive my old pan here. It's a warrior. This pan has been around forever and I cooked everything on it. So I'm putting the coconut oil in and around those edges, putting them face down so that they get nice and caramelized. I want some nice caramelization here. Now I'm going to take my other veggies, roast all this stuff together for between 30 and 40 minutes until the squash is soft. Uh-oh, we're running out of room here. Let's get that guy in there. So here are our veggies. 35 to 40 minutes later, looking all nice and caramelized and roasted. So we're going to take these and scoop out the things that need to be scooped, and other things just put in a bowl and mash them all together. And there we have it, our cornucopia. Next step, take our mix, our cornucopia. We're going to put it in our blender. I happen to be using a Ninja blender. I love the Ninja blender. Does a really good job. Going to add about another ½ cup. So now we're going to add in our salt. And we're going to add in our seasoning. And put it in a pot, and then bring it up to a nice simmer, just so this a little bit of steam is rising off the top. That way your seasonings have had a chance to bloom. I'm going to take my honey and add it in. I want to add this in at the end because I don't really want to cook it. I just want to then add a little bit of sweetness to it. And then mix that all in. Looking really good. Added a total of about 2 cups of my milk to this, my goat's milk, as it turned out. You could use 2%, skim milk, whatever you're comfortable with. Let me taste it. Spectacular. The seasons are just there. You could add more of them. You got the measurements earlier. To make it a little stronger, the little bit of chipotle, you could use cayenne also, as really give it just a little bit of a bite on the way down. Now, for the secret ingredient, I'm going to add half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Just going to mix that in. Oh, a little bit of spillage there. Got excited. It's so good. Mama, you taught me well. Remember, eat local, eat in season, eat organic, and cook some of the soup. Till next time. Oh, a piece of crusty bread or a biscuit would be so good with this. All right, we'll see you next time.